Episode 4. The Whisper Beneath the Window. The night was thick with silence. The only sound that pierced the calm was the rustle of Tanko's heavy scales as he coiled gently around the base of the mahogany tree. The moonlight poured like silver milk over the compound, casting long, trembling shadows on the earth. Gabriel stood by the window, unable to sleep. His eyes were fixed towards the mahogany tree where Tanko rested. And though the place looked peaceful, something about the stillness of that night unsettled him. Mary stirred beside him. "You're still awake?" she asked softly. Gabriel nodded, his voice low. "I keep thinking, Mary, why did Tanko come back? It's been years, decades even. Pythons don't just return to people. There must be something more." Mary sighed and drew the wrapper tighter around her shoulders. "Maybe it's just a sign, Gabriel. You planted that tree, and somehow, Tanko found his way back. Perhaps destiny tied you both together." Gabriel didn't answer. He kept staring outside. And just then, he saw it. Tanko's head rose slowly by the window, his eyes gleaming faintly gold in the moonlight. The python hissed, not in threat, but almost like a whisper. Gabriel froze, his heart pounding. How did it find his house? Tanko was still little when he took it back to the bush. A faint wind blew through the leaves outside the window, carrying what sounded almost like a voice, soft, drawn out, and heavy with memory. "Gabriel." Gabriel woke up. "Oh, it was just a dream," he said to himself. Then the heavy voice sounded again, "Gabriel." Gabriel staggered backward, his breath catching. "Mary, did you hear that?" Mary sat up, alarmed. "Hear what?" He pointed toward the window, trembling slightly. "Tanko, he just called my name." Mary stared at him, uncertain whether to be frightened or concerned for his mind. But Gabriel's face bore no madness, only awe. He opened the door slowly and stepped out into the night. The air was cold and smelled of wet soil. Each step toward the tree felt like a journey back through time, to the boy who once played in the forest with a young python. When he reached the tree, Tanko wrapped himself at the base of the tree. He raised his head again, his gaze locking onto Gabriel's. The air thickened. Gabriel knelt down, heart hammering, and whispered, "Tanko, what do you want from me?" The python's tongue flickered, and a strange shimmer rippled through the ground. The roots of the mahogany seemed to pulse faintly, like veins under skin. And then, Gabriel saw it, a faint engraving at the base of the trunk. He brushed the dirt away and gasped. It was a mark, a spiral carved into the wood. The same symbol his late grandfather used to draw in the sand during his evening prayers. The ground trembled slightly, and Gabriel's mind filled with flashes. His grandfather's voice, the forest shrine, the forbidden grove. Memories long buried surged forth like a flood. He fell to his knees, whispering, "Grandpa, what is this?" Tanko lowered his head close, his golden eyes reflecting Gabriel's face. In that haunting silence, Gabriel understood. Tanko wasn't just a python. He was a messenger, a guardian of something ancient, something tied to Gabriel's bloodline. As Gabriel bids him goodbye and was about leaving, he saw his childhood diary, which was burnt by his father. It was as if it was not burnt at all. He picked it up. Something fell out of the dairy. It was a picture he snapped with Grandpa while holding Tanko, his pet. Gabriel turned to look at the python again, but Tanko was nowhere to be found. "Tanko, Tanko," he called. A cold shiver ran down his spines and he immediately took to his heels back home. To be continued in Episode 5.